morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Me First morning on this beautiful Monday, the beginning of a new week. And here in the US, it is Thanksgiving week. So a lot of excitement building with this week, a lot of, you know, traveling and families getting together. If you are celebrating, it's an exciting time because we get to hang out together. And that's the important thing, isn't it? Is hanging out together and spending quality time and driving each other crazy and doing all the inner work that we need to do. And that's what today's episode is. But first, I'll introduce myself. My name is Patricia Ribeiro Wolfson. I'm an intuitive coach and an energy healer. I'm a wife and a mom of 3 boys. And my mission is to teach you how to, number 1, calibrate your energy. Number 2, how to integrate self-care into easy, doable steps, because otherwise, quite frankly, we don't have time for them. And number 3, how to embrace your own natural gifts to achieve a life you love. That is what I want to help you with. So please make sure that you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Jumpstart for Change. Just smash that like button and smash that notification button, which is that little bell, so that you'll know whenever we're doing shows again. And that is every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. EST. I'll be here helping you along on this journey, putting yourself first. Because when we put ourselves first, it's not about me. It's all about me, and I'm the most important person. But to you, you are the most important person, and you need to first set your foundation before you can enter in the world and interact with anyone else, right? Like if your energy is not right when you're interacting with other people, you're interacting with that muddy energy, and that muddy energy brings a lot of a lot of stuff with it, right? A lot of chaos, a lot of frustration. And so we really need to work on doing what's best for us, setting the boundaries we need to set, and then stepping out into the world where we are confident and secure in who we are, in how we step into the world, and also in our vibration. If we have a very clear vibration, if we have a very clear signal of who we are and what we represent, then we are going to be interacting with people who recognize or resonate that vibration, because they're going to be drawn to us. We're going to be drawn to situations, and situations are going to be drawn to us that connect with that vibration. That's why it's so important for you to really clear your energy and really connect with your energy and be in alignment with your highest and greatest good. And that is my goal. And today's letter that we're talking about. So what we're doing on Me First mornings, of course, is we are putting ourselves first and learning little rituals, which I teach you, quick and easy, doable rituals. But also, Me First is a formula that I create. It's a formula, right? I use formula very loosely. It is just more like a guide that I go by if you want to tweak certain aspects of your vibration or tweak certain aspects of your life. These are sort of the things that are important to look at to know where you stand. So just to recap and refresh your memories, right? Me First is an acronym. The M is momentum, E is for energy, F is for focus and frequency, and I, which is what we are up to today, is inner work. And then coming up next tomorrow and the rest of the week, I think up until tomorrow we'll do relationships, and then we do stepping it up, right? Showing up for yourself, and then T is trust. And that will, I don't know if we're going to get to that one this week. That depends. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so today is about inner work. Are we ready to do the work that we need to get through the more challenging aspects of our life? I don't know. Stick around and find out and see if you are willing or able to do this work. Here's a spoiler. You can do it. Just letting you know. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, and say hi if you're here. Just let me know say hello, or if you're watching the replay, do hashtag replay so I know that you are checking it out. And please feel free to share this with anyone who you think may benefit. All right, so first thing is first, let's light our candle and do our little ceremony, okay? This is like the me first warm up, the me first sacred ritual that we do together. And you can do this completely on your own, obviously, and it can take as long as you want. Or you can just do it with me every morning from Monday to Friday, and we'll do it together. And it's just short and sweet. Okay, so we've lit that candle, grab the essential oils. So this is in preparation for our sacred ritual, right? This is how we want to start our day, to step into the day in a way that feels in complete alignment with who we are, right? And that's kind of what we need to do, is always sort of bring ourselves back to that centered place, to that grounded place, to that place where we can recognize what alignment feels like, right? Because if you're feeling a little lost and kind of confused and really just not feeling yourself, then you're not in alignment with your higher self. That you know, because you know something's off. Okay, smelling the essential oil. So this kicks it and lets the olfactory senses like kick in and signal to the rest of your body that it's time to relax. Okay, the candle was the first step, the essential oils is the second step, and the third step is we're going to take 3 deep breaths. And they're going to be relatively, they're big deep breaths, but we're only doing 3 with a lot of intention, right? So I want you to really intend that you are bringing in all of the healing energy that the universe has to offer you, and just imagine it coming through the heavens, like through your crown chakra, or just imagine sort of like your head opening up, right? And bringing in that beautiful healing energy. And then from the earth, I want you to use your legs, plant them firmly on the ground, and imagine them almost as straws, and just soaking up that beautiful healing energy, that nurturing energy from Gaia, from Mother Earth, from nature, right? That life force energy that exists. So we're going to soak it all in. We're going to hold our breath for 5 seconds. And during the time that you are holding your breath, I want you to imagine that beautiful healing light that comes from the heavens and the beautiful nourishing healing energy that comes from the earth is going to blend in your body and just permeate every single cell, and just sort of give a light wash, right? It's just going to like wash that energy and break apart any stuck, stagnant, or dense energy that does not belong, that is heavy or just taking up room, where we don't want it to. We want to kind of dissipate it. We want to break it apart. And then with the exhale, I want you to imagine that you are releasing that stuck energy. We're going to do that 3 times, okay? Take a deep breath in. Oh, wait. You can put your hands on your lap, maybe just facing down or facing up or in a mudra. There's many mudras. I like to use my crystal spheres, and that's what I'm going to use, so we can amplify the breath, amplify the healing energy, and we're going to send it out into the world, okay? All right, here we go. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Good. Okay, let's do that one more time. Deep breath in, and I want you to just expand your body as much as possible as you're breathing in. I want you to just expand your diaphragm, expand your chest. Even imagine yourself sort of expanding your throat. So when you're bringing in that breath, it's coming through with force, okay? Gentle force, but force, right? Just bring all of it in. You want to suck up all of that healing energy and bring it into your body to do what it needs to do. Okay, breathe in and hold and release. Okay, let's do that one last time. Make this one count, okay? Deep, deep breath in. And release. Okay, now we'll do a little stretching, right? So we loosened up, right, that stuck, stagnant, and dense energy on the inside. Now we're going to do the same thing with our muscles, right? So because in our muscles and in our body, outside of just like the energy itself, there's also within the muscles, there's energy in the muscles, right? There's like that stuck, stagnant energy in the muscles. So when we feel stiff, we want to get things moving. We want to stretch. And you're going to be releasing any of that tension, right? So on the inside, we think of, thickness, we think of density, we think of, stuck and stagnant energy. This we think of tension, right? We want to release that tension. Yes. Neck is important. Every body part is important. But whatever you're feeling, wherever you feel stiff, and for me, it's all up here, probably because I do a lot of this. Just release it as best as you can. Okay. And just stretch it out. Whew. Okay. Now shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right. Beautiful. Okay. And that's just like what dogs do, right? They like shake it out. Shake it off, shake it off. Right. You could just like feel things loosening, right? Yeah, that feels good. Okay. Now we're going to say our morning prayer. But before we do that, actually, I just want you to think about what your intention is for the day. What would you like to, and I do say accomplish sometimes, but when I'm referring to accomplishment, I'm referring to like, what feeling do you want to accomplish? How do you want to experience your day? Do you want it to be more peaceful? Do you want it to be more energetic? Do you want it to be more spacious, right? Like, what do you want to bring into your day? Do you want more clarity? Is there something that you're really struggling with that you're like, I just want clarity today? And so everything in this day will be revolving around being clear, becoming clear, and finding that clarity, right? So, what do you want today most of all? What feeling do you want? How do you want to move through the world today? And think about that intention and hold space for that intention to be created today, for you to step into that intention, for that to be in the forefront of your mind so that you can make it happen. And this prayer that we're going to say right now is really calling in the whole support system of the universe, God, the angels, spirit guides, anything you believe in. If you have, your own ancestors who've passed on, who are maybe your support, motivation, inspiration, you call them in as well during this prayer. And we're just going to ask for help to release anything that doesn't serve us and for us to be able to step in fully into our purpose. All right, so here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of love and light connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. All right. Good morning, Mom. Bon dia, Sound. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. All right. So let's pull a card and see what the cards have to say about today's energy. I'm also going to take a sip of coffee. Oh, I should have done some more stretching. My neck is a little achy today. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I'm just going to shuffle. And okay, listen. So here's the thing. Here's what I want to talk about today. And as I shuffle, I'm going to talk to you about this. So, and I'm actually going to share a little caption here. Here, this is going to blow your mind. Figuring out how to do the outer work is the inner work. I want you to really look at that and think about that, okay? Figuring out how to do the outer work is the inner work. We're going to talk about that today a lot. And well, we're going to talk about it right now as I shuffle because, we talk a lot about inner work. Everybody talks about inner work, doing the work, right? You have to be introspective. You have to look at yourself. You have to, whatever, right? And we can sometimes fall into the trap that we think that outer work and inner work are different, right? And especially, for me, I've been in personal development for so long. I mean, really, I feel like I've been in sort of the personal development industry like my whole life. It's been an obsession of mine. But specifically as a coach and an intuitive, the last 6-7 years where I've actively been putting my gifts sort of to work. Speaking of work, uh, it's easy to get caught up in that trap and thinking like, like if I didn't have to pay my bills, if I didn't have to deal with this person in my life, if I didn't have to, if I didn't have these money blocks, if I didn't have these limitations, if I didn't have these challenges, then I would be able to get everything I want, right? And so you look at the things that are outside of you as challenges, right? Like the obstacles that you encounter, you're like, these are my challenges. And, it can seem like you keep getting blocked to the thing that you want. Like it's like an obstacle. And it's like, nope, nope, nope. But those are not, they are obstacles, but the obstacles are not there to prevent you from getting what you want. The obstacles are there to prepare you for getting what you want. Okay. I really want you to think about that. They are not there to prevent you from getting what you want. The obstacles are there to prepare you for what you want. Okay. So the things that come up into your life and you're like, you get terrible news. You have a really bad fight with a loved one and you're like, I can't go on like this. This cannot be, how I exist every day. Or, you have some sort of medical diagnosis that throws you for a loop and you're like, this is not what I intended to do with my day or my time or anything. But that is the work. That is the work. It is who you are during these moments. This is what helps you to become the person you need to become to get all the things that you want, right? These are obstacles, yes. They are challenges, yes, but they are calls to action. They are calls to action. They are not there to block you or prevent you from anything. Nobody can block you or prevent you from anything. Okay. Not even God wants to block you or prevent you from anything because God has given you free will to choose the life that you lead, to choose your perspective, to choose how you walk through the world. The choices that you make in your life are yours. God is not making those choices for you. Yes, God's spirit, the universe will bring things to your door and you're like, why is this at my door? And you may not have an answer. And it's not up to you to figure out why this is the challenge that you've been given. It is up to you to figure out how are you going to overcome this challenge? Who are you going to be when you overcome this challenge? Who do you need to become now in order to overcome the challenge? And that, my friends, is the inner work that needs to be done. That is our responsibility. Okay, I'm going to pull a card. I'm getting passionate. I'm getting fiery. Get ready. All right, let's see what the cards have to say because I'm going off on a tangent. Well, it's not a tangent. It's actually very applicable to what we're talking about. But let's go. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, here's our card. Number 48. That is how old I'll be next year. I don't think that has any. Anyway, I just turned 47. Let's not speed things up. Okay, so number 48. Can you guys see it? Yes, sort of. So like not. Okay, and wishing well. Wishing well. Okay, so here's what I grasp from the wishing well, and I can even look at the book if, but what I'm grasping is that we are constantly throwing wishes into the well. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want this, and we've put them in there. And when you put a wish in a wishing well, if you do it like in an actual wishing well, and there's plenty of them, all over the place, right? Like, or I can only think of like in Europe, they have these like beautiful like water. sculptures. I was like, structures, sculptures, like water sculptures, with water coming out, and there's always like a little pool around it, and you like throw some coins in, right? But you do this and you think really, really long and hard about this wish, right? I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I'm formulating a wish, whether it's like on my birthday cake or if it's a wishing well, or the eyelash falls out of my eye and I want to take advantage and say that wish, or at any double number, if it's like 1111, 1212, whatever, Henry will like, Henry's my youngest, and he'll shout out, make a wish. And so like we all pause and make a wish in that moment, because that's how he sees the angel numbers, that they are, wish times. Anyway, when you make the wish, you think about it, you state it, and then you let it go, right? You let it go. And you're just like, I just put that out there. I made my wish. And because it's like a wishing well, you don't really think in your head like, okay, I have to do anything. So you're able to release it and release the expectation of whether or not it's going to come true. Most of the time, especially if it's something like a wishing well, you don't really think it's going to come true. So you release the expectation of it happening, because you're kind of playing with it. You're like, hey, it's a wishing well, throw that in. I wish for, like whatever, lifetime supply of, things I love, whatever the case may be. But we're able to detach from that wish. And in real life, it's really hard for us to detach from those wishes. But we have put so many wishes into the well. If you think about how many times you ask for things, how many times you know, invoke things and say things to the universe and say, please, I really want this, or oh my goodness, I could really use that, right? So they're in there and it's already there. It's already there. And now it's time to stop wishing and start making room for the wishes to come true. And this is the inner work that we're talking about. I mean, if you want anything in your life, you have to make room for it, right? If you're someone who is, looking for a relationship, right? But you're kind of in the middle of other relationships and you're kind of still talking to your ex, and you have all these like little attachments, right? Then you're not open to receive a brand new relationship because you're still connected to all of this old energy with old relationships. If you truly want a new, beautiful relationship that has all of the things that you've put into your wishing well, then you have to make room and you have to trust it's coming. And you have to say, you know what? I'm going to cut off all of these people who really are not in my highest and greatest good. I'm going to spend some time alone and I'm going to make room in my life for this ideal person. And it's not just with people, it's with anything, right? If you are not happy with your business, open up and make room for your business to be fulfilling. What are the steps you need to take to prepare for what you're asking for, right? If you have a house full of stuff and the feeling you want is spaciousness, well, guess what? You got to clean your house, right? But sometimes it's daunting and it's like, oh my God, there's so much to do. There's so much to attack. I'm not speaking about this from personal experience, by the way. My house is very well organized. Okay, anyway, sorry, I digress. What I want you to understand is that whatever it is that you're avoiding, whatever it is that feels daunting, whatever it is that you don't want to face, chances are that's exactly what you need to attack first. That's exactly where you need to take action. And that's exactly where you need a shift of energy in your life. So you may look at this, thing in your life that, you have the thing that you want, right? And you have the present moment, which is like what exists right now, which may include what you may perceive as limitations to getting what you want, or what you may perceive as blocks or obstacles to getting what you want, or what you may perceive as too much, overwhelm, anxiety, which is not even letting you really grasp what you want or how to get there, right? So the first thing you need to do is address your state and how you can get past that resistance, how you can get past that moment of inactivity or of overwhelm or of anxiousness, all of the things that you're feeling, whatever's preventing you from taking action, that's the inner work, right? And I like this card as wishing well, right? Because this is the reminder that everything that you have put into the well, all those wishes are there, right? They're there, and they're ready to come and meet you where you want, except you have to go the distance, right? So it's like, hey, I want all of these things in my life. But if you look around and the way your life is at the moment, there's just no way that you can have those things because you haven't made room for them energetically or otherwise, then you can't get it. You can't access it. You can't access what you want if you refuse to acknowledge the things that you need to do in order to access it. And, there are plenty of amazing, miraculous things that just happen like this, but very often it is connected to the energy around it and whether or not you've prepared yourself for it or you've taken steps for it. So, what steps do you need to take to get yourself ready to do what you need to do? I don't know whatever issue you're having, and you guys can, feel free. We can do like a question answer period if you guys are interested in the Me First mornings, or I can do like one day where I just answer your questions and can kind of I can give you my, energy, calibrating your energy advice in reference to whatever it is that you're struggling with. But here's the thing. What you want is there, ready and willing for you to get it, right? But what do you need to do for you to be ready to have it, right? What do you need to do to be ready to have the thing that you want? What is it that you want more than anything? And really, when we feel resistance to getting the thing that we want, we sometimes will, say, oh, it's this or it's that, or I have blocks, or I have, family history or ancestral trauma. And all of those things are true. And I'm also going to say you don't need to heal everything in order to get what you want. It's not like I have to be perfect and then I open myself up to receiving, because that's not what it's like at all. Okay. You are a work in progress, and you will be a work in progress for the rest of your life. Even the Dalai Lama is a work in progress, because if he wasn't, then it would be a waste. Every day he gets more and more enlightened. He progresses more, expands his consciousness, expands his understanding, right? And that's the Dalai Lama, and he's done a ton of work. Each one of us needs to consistently do whatever it is that we need to do to get the thing that we want, right? So if you think, I really want this job so desperately, I want this job, I want to have this job, but if you don't apply for the job, you're not getting the job, right? And this is one of those things that I think, some of the law of attraction stuff has steered people in a has misled people in certain ways, where it's like, as long as I want it bad enough, it will come to me. Well, yes and no, right? You have to be in alignment with it. And you're not in alignment with the things that you want if you're not doing the work to get it. If you're just sitting there waiting to be served, it doesn't work that way. You are the one that has to pursue it. And I'm not talking, you don't have to hustle. It's not about hustling or working super hard, but it is about being super clear on what you want, being super clear on what you need to do to get it, and what kind of person you need to become in order to open yourself up to receive the things that you want, right? Now, I'm the first person to say, I truly believe you have everything you want right now. As you are right in this moment, you have all the tools that you need to get what you want. The inner work happens when we don't feel that, or when we don't believe that, when we believe that we're broken, when we believe that we need to fix ourselves, when we believe that we, have obstacles that have been placed upon us that we have no control over. Now, I'm not taking away the aspect that there are obstacles placed upon us that we have no control over. That is true, right? That is in society. There are plenty of societal obstacles that are in front of many people. You look at any marginalized population, you look at anyone who's struggling for their voices to be heard. There is definitely systemic oppression. Okay, so I'm not saying that these things don't exist. That's not what I'm saying at all, because they do exist. But you have to figure out for you, whoever you are, whatever your situation is, what can I do in this situation to make things better for me, right? What can I do in the most loving way possible to to make this situation better, right? How can I positively impact this situation? That was something that I actually wrote on the board this week for my kids because we had a whole discussion about, their relationships. I have 3 boys, they fight a lot. That's not a surprise nor a secret. Okay, but I talk to them like, they constantly bicker and he did this and he did that and right? And it's like all day every day. But I finally said to them, you are responsible for yourself and your actions. So you need to ask yourself, what can I do to positively contribute to this situation? How can I positively impact this negative situation? And that's what you need to ask yourself. And that's the inner work. You ask yourself, what can you do to positively impact the situation that maybe not be ideal, that maybe is a challenge? You have to do that. And then once you know what you can do, if you are hesitating or resisting taking that action, that is the deeper inner work where you have to ask yourself, why can I not bring myself into action? And what am I capable of doing in this moment right now? And that will get you in momentum of moving in the direction that you need to go for the things that you want. Okay. And that is the inner work. Good morning, Anasanka. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Okay, I hope that was helpful. We've come to the end of our episode for today. Please feel free to share this with anyone who you think it might be helpful for. Go to my YouTube channel, Jumpstart for Change. Please subscribe to that channel, ding the bell for notifications, and join me tomorrow. I'm here, as I said, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. I'll see you then. Have a great day. Bye-bye.